Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today in this video I'm going to show you how to fix when FC24 is stuck on loading screen. So if the game is not loading, then please follow the steps shown in this video.
Now the first step is to restart your computer. Do not ignore this, restart your computer once. And after the system restart, you can try launching the game. Now the next step is to create a new Windows account with admin rights. Now before you perform any steps, this is the second step which I am providing. This should be a last step, but I'm giving you this option because for many players this has worked. So you can avoid multiple steps. You can simply try to create a new window account if you can. So open Windows settings, and the steps are same for Windows 10 or Windows 11 users. So go to accounts and then go to family and other users, and then click on add someone else to this PC. And then if you don't want to create Microsoft account, in that case you can click on I don't have this person sign in information, and then over here you can click on add a user without a Microsoft account, and then you can name it whatever you want, and this is just an example. So you can enter the password if you want, and you can answer your own security question. This is just an example. And then click on next, and once test4 is the new admin account which I created, new account, and we have to set as an admin. So click on it, then click on change account type, and then select administrator, and then click on OK. Now once this account is created, in my case it's test4. Now you can go to the start menu and then click on your username, and then you can select the newly created account. So in my case it's test4, so click on that account and then log in, and then reinstall the game. You have to install the game. You might have to install the game, and after the installation you can launch the game and then check. Now if that works, that's fine. If it does not work, then you can follow the rest of the steps. Now the next step is to turn off control flow guard in Windows settings. So open Windows settings. Now if you have Windows 10, click on update and security. In Windows 11 you will have an option privacy and security. In Windows 11 on the left hand side you will see privacy and security option. Click on privacy and security. In Windows 10 click on update and security. Now click on Windows security. Now click on app and browser control, and then over here click on exploit protection settings, and then under system settings over here you can see control flow guard. You can turn this off. Click on yes to allow, and then you have to restart your computer. Restart is a must, and after the system restart you can launch the game. Now if you don't want to turn this off, in that case if you want it on, then you can go to program settings and then click on add program to customize. Click on this plus icon and then click on choose exact file path. Now go to the game installation folder. So if the game is installed in C drive, if you have the game on Steam, you can open the Steam folder, program files x86. Now open the Steam folder. Now open the Steam apps folder. Now open the common folder. Over here you will find the game folder if the game is installed from Steam. Now if the game is installed from Epic Games or maybe EA app, in that case you can find it under EA Games, or you might find it under Epic Games. Now Epic Games can be found in program files, I think, Epic Games. So wherever the game is installed, you can go to the game installation folder. In my case it's in different drive. So open EA Sports and then select the game exe file. Now click on open. Now once the game is added over here on the top, now scroll down, and here you can see control flow guard. Put a check on override system settings and turn this off, and then click on apply. Click on yes. You can do the same thing with other exe file, that is this one. Then click on open, and then again click on scroll down and click on control flow guard, turn this off, and then launch the game. Or you can simply go and turn this off if you want. You can even turn this off And once you are done playing the game, you can always enable this control flow guard. Whenever you want, you can enable it after you're done playing the game, and then check. Now the next step is to, and after that you have to restart the computer. Restart is a must whenever you make changes. Now the next step is to, and now this is for ASUS users. So if you have an ASUS computer, then close this GameFirst VI application. So in ASUS computer, if you have this GameFirst VI, close this application, or maybe uninstall it and then restart your computer and then launch the game. This has worked for many players, so it might work for you. Next step is, now this is strange. Normally I never recommend this to any player, but you can try this. This has worked for few players, so it might work for you. Now if you have integrated Intel UHD GPU, and I have seen this with AMD users. So if you have AMD card or AMD processor, you can try this. This may work, this may not work. You can always make changes. So connect your monitor to integrated GPU. If you have a desktop, you can connect your monitor to the Intel UHD, and then disable discrete graphic card, that is AMD or Nvidia, in device manager. Now launch the game. Now this is not a good workaround, but try this one. You can always enable dedicated graphic card in device manager. The game may work, but you may get only 30 to 35 FPS depending upon your integrated GPU. Now for this, make a right click in the start menu and then click on device manager. Device manager, expand display adapter, and I don't have UHD graphic over here. I have Intel HD 630. So you have to disable your discrete. This may be AMD in your case. So make a right click and then click on disable device, and you have to connect the monitor to the integrated one. So when you expand display adapter, you might see this AMD Radeon, whatever it is, and you might see Intel UHD graphic. So you have to make a right click on AMD, the discrete graphic card, make a right click and then click on disable device, and then you have to launch the game on this Intel UHD graphics, and then check. This has worked for many players, so it might work for you. And if you have a desktop, you can connect your monitor to the integrated GPU. Now once you're done playing the game, you can always enable this AMD Radeon or Nvidia. You can make a right click and then you will see enable option. You can always enable this. This does not mean that once you disable, you cannot enable it. You can always enable it. So you can try, you can give it a try. If it does not work, you can always enable it and then follow the next step. Now the next step is to do a clean installation of your graphics driver. So if you have Nvidia card, go to Nvidia website. If you have AMD card, go to AMD website. I'm showing for Nvidia. So go to Nvidia website and then select your graphic card for the list. Make sure that you select your graphic card over here. And this is just an example. Select your graphic card, select the right series, right graphic card, and select the right operating system. So if you have Windows 10, select Windows 10. If you have Windows 11, select Windows 11, and then click on Start Search. And then scroll down. The first one, GeForce Game Ready driver. This is the latest driver, that is version right now is 537.42. Click on Get Download, and then click on Download Now. Now once the download is complete, you have to run this exe file. Now once you run this exe file, you will see the screen. Click on Agree and Continue, and then put a check on the box which says Custom, and then click on Next, and then put a check on the box which says Perform a clean installation. Make sure that you put a check over here and then click on Next, and let the installation complete. After the installation, restart your computer and then launch the game. Now the next step is to, now this is for laptop users with dual graphic card. Make sure that you run the game on dedicated graphic card. Now in that case, in this step, you can connect your monitor. In case of desktop, connect your monitor to your Nvidia or AMD graphic card, not the integrated one, and then you don't have to disable the discrete graphic card. You enable the discrete graphic card. So if you have Nvidia or AMD, enable discrete graphic card in this case. So for this, type in graphics settings in Windows search box, and then click on graphics settings, and then over here click on browse, and then go to the game installation folder, select the game exe file, and click on add, and once it is added, click on the game and then select options, then select high performance. Now click on save. Again click on browse and then select the second exe file and then click on add. In my case this is already added. Click on options, click on it, click on options, select high performance. Now click on save. And you can even select this EA AntiCheat, so you can, from this folder you can add it and then click on options, select high performance. So select all the exe file. Options, high performance, then click on save. Now launch the game. Next step is to turn on automatic date and time zone in Windows settings. So on the bottom right over here you can see the date and time. Make a right click on date and time and then click on adjust date and time, and make sure set time automatically and set time zone automatically both are on. In my case the second option is grayed out. Ignore this. In your case this should be highlighted. So turn on set time automatically and set time zone automatically, and then click on sync now. Sync now is very important, so make sure that you click on sync now. If you receive any kind of error message over here, or if it does not sync, you can click on sync now once again. So it's taking time in my case. This may be because I think the Wi-Fi, yeah, it's now connected. So let me open this once again. Make a right click, adjust date and time, set time automatically, set time zone automatically. Now click on sync now. Now once you see the tick mark, once the sync is done, you can go to language and region and then make sure right country is selected over here. Now the next step is to set time and date to a day before the current day from PC settings. Now this is strange, again strange. I don't know why this is working for many players, so it might work for you. You can try this. So make a right click on the date and time once again and then click on adjust date and time. Then turn this option off which says set time automatically. Turn this off and then click on date, time and regional formatting, or you can, after you turn this off, you can open control panel. So type in control panel in Windows search box and then click on control panel, go to clock and region, date and time. Now over here under date and time, click on change date and time and you can select a day before and then click on OK, click on apply, click on OK. Now over here it's 25th now. It was 26th before. I selected 25th, and then now you can launch the game and then check. Now you can, once you're done playing the game, you can set the time to automatically. Once you're done playing the game, again go to adjust date and time and you can turn this option on, that is set time automatically, and right now it's 26th. You can correct the time once you're done playing the game. Now the next step is to turn off or uninstall VPN. Now this has worked for many players, so this might work for you. So if you have VPN installed, turn it off, or you can even uninstall it and then check. But for many users, turning on VPN has worked. I don't know why. For many users, when they turned on the VPN, it worked, and for many users, when they turned off the VPN, it worked, or even uninstall the VPN. So you can try and check which one is working fine for you. The next step is to repair EA app and then run EA app as an administrator. Now to repair EA app, type in control panel once again in Windows search box and then click on control panel. Now click on uninstall a program under programs and then select EA app, make a right click and then click on uninstall, click on yes to allow. Okay, I'm receiving the error. I think EA app is open, so make sure that you close EA app first and then click on retry and then click on repair and let the repair complete. So it's telling me to restart my computer. So restart your computer. If it's telling to restart your computer, please restart your computer and then you can repair the EA app once again. Now next time when you repair the EA app, it will click on repair and then it will install EA app, and after the installation you can log in and then launch the game. Now make sure that you run EA app as an administrator next time. So once it is installed, you can type in EA app in Windows search box and then you can click on EA over here, make a right click and then click on run as administrator. So run EA app as an administrator and then launch the game and then check. Now the next step is to rename FC24 in documents folder. So open file explorer and then go to documents folder over here. You will find FC24. You can make a right click and then click on rename, and you can rename it as FC24.old. Now when you do so, when you launch the game next time, it will create another FC24 folder, and you might lose all the game progress because it will start everything from scratch. So you can try that, or if you don't want that, you can first of all rename it and then launch the game and then check, or you can even go to FC24, open this and then open the settings, and then you don't have to open the settings, make a right click and then delete. You can rename these settings, so you can rename is that settings.old, or you can even delete these settings, but once you delete it, all the settings will be lost. So you can delete the settings, and once the settings is deleted, now launch the game. Now if not resolved, delete FC24 folder. If still you are facing the problem, in that case you can make a right click and delete this FC24, but you will lose all the game progress. You have to start everything from scratch. So if you agree, you can make a right click and then click on delete. Once this is deleted, now launch the game and then check. Now the next step is to, if your PC is connected to 240 Hz main monitor, you can disconnect the monitor and then you have to unplug the monitor and then try launching the game on another monitor. So you can plug in another monitor if available and then launch the game on another monitor. This has worked for few players, so it might work for you. So you can try this. Now the next step is to, if you have EA Play or Game Pass subscription, then you can start 10-hour trial from Steam store page. Now I'm not saying to buy this EA Play subscription because it is going to cost you, and if you have Game Pass but you already have EA Play, or if you already have Game Pass subscription, in that case you can launch the 10-hour free trial. You can launch the trial version from Steam store page. Now you can go to Steam and in the search you can type in FC24, you can find the game, and when you go to the store page, when you scroll down over here, you can see try it now with EA Play. So when you click on join now, it will be, you have to pay, I don't know how much, you can try, and then for many users this has worked. So I'm just telling you that this has worked. If you have EA Play, over here you will see the trial option. If you already have a EA Play, then you can launch the trial version, and after you launch the trial version, then you can always exit the game and then start the main game and then check. Now if you have the Game Pass subscription, in that case you can open Xbox app and then you can go to see all plans over here in Game Pass. Go to Game Pass and then click on see all plans, scroll down and then click on explore EA Play, and you will see the EA Sports FC24 if you have the subscription, and then click on it, and then let me close this. Now you can install the trial version. In my case, I think the game is already installed. So once you launch the trial, you will be able to launch the trial version. Over here you will see the play option if the game is installed. So in my case the game is not installed. I have to install the game first, and then you can launch the free trial, the 10-hour trial, and then check. Now the next step is to launch EA app in offline mode. Now for this, if the EA app is open, let me close this first. You can launch the EA app. Now once you have EA app open, click on the top left here, you can see 3 horizontal lines, click on it and then go offline. Click on yes, I'm sure, and then here you can see eSports FC24. You will see the play button, click on play, and this will launch the game. Now, right now the EA app is offline, so it's unable to connect to EA service. Just ignore it, click on OK. And let the game load. Now over here you can select whatever you want, and now once you are on the menu page, now you can open EA app. So click on this EA app, and then you can go to 3 horizontal lines once again, and then click on go online, and this page will refresh over here. So it may take few seconds over here to load. So now the page loaded successfully. Now you can go to the game, and then you can start playing the game. So it will try to connect to the EA servers, and this time we are online in EA app, so we should not receive that error. And then it might show that there is an update, some kind of update, so you have to update it. So here you can see, in order to play Football Ultimate Team, a squad update is needed. Click on OK and let the update complete, and then you can start playing the game, and the update should install successfully because we are online now. So here you can see it's downloading, and now you can start playing. Now still you're facing the problem, then the next step is to uninstall EA app using Revo Uninstaller, and then reinstall EA app. Now this has worked for many players, so it might work for you. So you can uninstall EA app. So type in control panel in Windows search box once again, and then click on control panel, and then click on uninstall a program, and then select EA app. First of all, close EA app if it is open, and then make a right click, then click on uninstall, click on yes to allow, and then let the uninstall complete. Click on uninstall this time. Now after the uninstall, make sure that you restart your computer. Restart is a must. So close this and then restart your computer. Restart is a must. And after the system restart, you can go to EA website and then reinstall EA app. So after the installation, you can try launching the game. Now still you're facing the problem, then try launching the game from AMD Radeon software. Now if you have AMD card, AMD graphic card, then if you have AMD Radeon software installed, you can open AMD Radeon software, and then over there you will see the game icon. You can try launching the game. Now if you have GeForce Experience, you can open GeForce Experience on your computer, and once you open GeForce Experience, you will see the FC24 game. You can try launching the game from GeForce Experience. Now this has worked for many players, so it might work for you. You can try this. Now the next step is to allow the game exe file to your antivirus program. So if you have any third-party antivirus like Avast, Norton, Bitdefender, McAfee, so whichever antivirus program you have, allow the game exe file to your antivirus program. Now if you're using Windows security, then open Windows settings, go to update and security if you have Windows 10. In Windows 11, click on privacy and security. Now click on Windows security. Now click on virus and threat protection. Now click on manage ransomware protection. Scroll down. At the end, you will see manage ransomware protection. Click on it. Now click on allow an app through controlled folder access. Click on yes to allow. Now click on add an allowed app. Now click on browse apps. And then go to the game installation folder. Again, select all the exe file. Add all the exe files. So click on select this exe, then click on open. Now once that is added, now click on browse all apps. Again select this FC24 exe file. Now once that is added, again click on browse all apps. Again select this exe file. Now once that is added, again click on browse all apps. This time open installer folder, EA AntiCheat folder. Select this EA AntiCheat installer, then click on open. Now type in control panel in Windows search box and then click on control panel. Again go to the go to system and security. Now click on Windows Defender Firewall. Now click on allow an app or feature through Windows Defender Firewall. Click on change settings on the top and then click on allow another app. Now click on browse and then go to the game installation folder once again. Open the game folder, select this exe file. Now click on open. Now click on add. In my case, I have already added. Okay, so that's why. Again, you have to click on browse. Then select the second exe file. Now click on open. Now click on add. In my case, I have already added. That's why it's telling me FC24 is already in the list of exception. So again click on browse and then select the third exe file. Now click on open. Now click on add. Again click on allow another app, browse and then open this installer folder, EA AntiCheat. Select this exe file. Click on open. Now click on add. In my case here you can see EA AntiCheat, EA app, EA Sports FC, all the exe files are added over here. Now click on OK, and once everything is added, now launch the game. Now the next step is to repair or verify the game files on EA app and Steam. So if you have the game on Steam, make a right click on the game, select manage and then select properties, and then go to install files and then click on verify integrity of game files. Similarly, if you have the game on EA app, so on EA app, select the game and then click on manage, and over here you will see a repair option. This game is launching from Steam, so in Steam I can verify, but if you have the game on EA app, you will click on manage and then you will see a repair option, repair, and after the repair, launch the game. Next step is to run the game as an administrator from the game installation folder. This has also worked for many players. So go to the game installation folder, make a right click on the Steam, manage, browse local files, or straight away you can go to the game installation folder. This will take you straight away to the game installation folder. So make a right click on the game exe file and then click on run as administrator, or you can make a right click on the game exe file, select properties and then go to this tab and then put a check on the box which says run this program as an administrator. Click on apply, click on OK, and then launch the game. Make a double click and try launching the game from the installation folder. You can also go to properties, again this tab, and then put a check on the box which says run this program in compatibility mode for select Windows 8 and then click on apply, click on OK, make a double click and then launch the game. If that does not work, again make a right click, select Windows 7 this time and then click on apply, click on OK and then make a double click and launch the game. If that does not work, uncheck everything. If nothing is working, uncheck both the option and then click on apply, click on OK and then follow the next step. Now the next step is to enable memory integrity in Windows security. Now this has worked for a few players, so it might work for you. So go to Windows settings and then click on update and security in Windows 10, privacy and security in Windows 11, and then go to Windows security and then click on device security. Now over here click on core isolation details, and if memory integrity is off, enable this memory integrity, click on yes to allow. Now launch the game and then check. Now after this you have to restart a computer. Restart is a must after this, and then launch the game. Next step is to launch the game from EA app instead of Steam. Now if you have the game on Steam, you can open EA app, log in with same account, with the account which is linked to Steam, and then launch the game from EA app instead of Steam. Now the next step is to close EA app, repair EA AntiCheat. Now first of all close EA app. So make sure that you close EA app after this, and then go to the game installation folder. So wherever the game is installed, go to the game installation folder and then open the game folder, installer folder, EA AntiCheat, and then make a right click, then click on run as administrator, click on yes to allow, and then select FC24 and then click on update. First of all update it. Now once update check is success, now you can close this window and then launch the game, or you can even launch the game from the game installation folder. Go back and then try to launch the game. Make a double click, launch the game. If that does not work, again open installer, EA AntiCheat, and then run as administrator. Click on yes to allow, and then again select the game and then click on, this time click on repair. Click on OK and then select the game folder. So wherever the game is installed, you can select the game folder, then click on select. Once it is selected, it will repair the EA AntiCheat. So this may take a few seconds. Here you can see install success, that means it's done. Now you can launch the game. Still you're facing the problem. This time click on uninstall, and then once uninstall is complete, click on install. Now once install is success, now you can launch the game. Now still you're facing the problem. Next step is to make a right click once again, run as administrator, click on yes to allow, and this time select the game over here and then click on uninstall. Now after the uninstall, do not click on install, close this window. Now launch the game. Or you can even make a double click in the game installation folder and launch the game from the game installation folder. Now once you launch the game, it will launch the game and it will actually reinstall EA AntiCheat. So we have already uninstalled, but this time when you launch the game, it will automatically reinstall EA AntiCheat. So very soon you will see EA AntiCheat screen coming up. First of all, it will launch EA app, and then you will see EA AntiCheat window. And it will take some time to reinstall EA AntiCheat. Sorry, EA AntiCheat. I'm telling EA AntiCheat, not EA AntiCheat. It's EA AntiCheat. So over here you can see the EA, and click on yes to allow if it is asking for permission. So here you can see this option is gray in color, right, on the bottom. So this means EA AntiCheat is not installed, and this will actually turn white when it installs EA AntiCheat. So here you can see it's white now, the bottom one, and that means EA AntiCheat is installed and it will try to launch the game now. So over here you can see it's launching now, and once the game loads, you can start playing. Let me close this. I'm not going to play the game now. Now the next step is to close EA app, uninstall EA AntiCheat for FC24, run EA app as an administrator. Now while launching the game, it will reinstall EA AntiCheat. We already did that. So we move on to the next step. Now if you have any other anti-cheat program like Faceit, AntiCheat, or any other anti-cheat program, you can uninstall it and then launch the game and then check. Next step is to disable EA or Steam overlay. Now if you have the game on Steam, let me open the EA app first. Now if you have the game on Steam, you can go to Steam and then go to library, make a right click on the game, select properties, and turn off the option which says enable the Steam overlay while in game. If this is on, turn this off. Similarly, if you have the game on EA app, go to EA app. So go to EA app and then click on this 3 horizontal lines and then go to settings, go to application, and then turn off this option which says in-game overlay. Turn this off. Click on turn off. And once this is done, now you can launch the game and then check. Now the next step is to close all the overlay applications. So if you have overlay on in Discord, turn it off. If you have overlay on in GeForce Experience, turn it off. Also close all the overlay applications. So make sure that you close all the overlay application and then launch the game. Do not ignore this. All the steps are important, so you can try each one. Now the next step is to enable secure boot and TPM 2.0. Now for this you can shut down your computer, and once you shut down your computer, go to system BIOS. So start your computer and immediately keep on tapping your BIOS key. That may be F2, F10, F11 depending upon your brand. The BIOS key may differ to different brand. So you can Google it, which key will take you to the system BIOS. Go to system BIOS and then go to boot option and enable secure boot. If you're not sure about it, you can contact your system manufacturer. You can call their technical support and then you can enable secure boot. If you make any wrong changes, this may lead to no boot issue. And you can even go to this Microsoft website, and in Microsoft website they have shown steps how to enable secure boot in Dell, Lenovo, HP computer, so you can go through this. Now also the next step is to install any free EA game. So you can install Apex Legend. You can click on browse and you can install any free game. So you can find free games in the list. You can type in over here Apex Legend, and then you can install this game. So install this game, and after the installation you can run this game for a few seconds and then close the game and then launch the game. Now similarly in Steam you can install this Apex Legend. You can install it and then play it and then launch FC24. So this has worked for a few players, so you can try this. Now the next step is to close OneDrive or Google Drive. So if you have OneDrive or Google Drive open over here, you can make a right click and then click on quit. I don't have OneDrive open, so close this. Now next step is to update your Windows 10 or 11. Now this is important, so make sure that you go to Windows settings, click on update and security or Windows update, and then click on check for update. Once all the updates are installed, restart your computer and then launch the game. If you face any kind of trouble, make sure that you have the latest version of Windows. So you can type in WinVer in Windows search box and then click on WinVer over here. And right now the latest version for Windows 10 and 11, it's version 22H2. So make sure this version is installed. If you face any trouble in updating your Windows 10 or 11, you can use Media Creation tool to update your Windows.
If you have Windows 10, copy this link. If you have Windows 11, copy this link. Windows 10 users, go to this website. Here you can see Media Creation tool. Click on download tool now and then run this exe file. Then you will see the screen. Click on accept. By default, upgrade this PC now would be selected. Click on next. It will start downloading Windows 10 along with the latest update. Now this process will take some time. Now once the download is complete, before the installation, you will see this screen which says ready to install, and by default the option to keep personal files and app would be checked. When this is checked, you will not lose any data on the computer. So click on install, and once the installation is complete, log into your computer. Now for Windows 11 users, go to this website. Here also you will find Media Creation tool. Click on download now and then run this exe file. Click on yes to allow. Now this will load Windows 11 Media Creation tool. Now click on accept. By default Windows 11 would be selected. Click on next. Select ISO file, then click on next. You can save the location. You can set the location as desktop and then click on save over here. Now once the download is complete, click on finish and then go to desktop, find Windows ISO file, make a double click on Windows ISO file, then run the setup file, make a double click on setup file, click on yes to allow. This will load Windows 11 now. And here you can see install Windows 11, click on next. It will check for update, then click on accept. Again, it will check for update. Now before the installation, you will see the screen which says ready to install, and by default the option to keep personal files and app would be checked. When this is checked, you will not lose any data on the computer. Click on install. After the installation, log into your computer.
Now the next step is to install media feature pack. So if you're using N version of Windows, not the home version or pro version, if you are using N version of Windows, then update media feature pack, install media feature pack. Now for this you can go to Microsoft website, and then over here you can see the steps. For Windows 10 N users, open Windows settings and then go to apps, and then click on optional features, and then click on add a feature. Over here type in media feature pack, and once you type in media feature pack, you will see media feature pack over here. I have Windows 10 home, so I don't have it. If you have Windows N edition, then you will see media feature pack. Put a check on the box and then click on install. Similarly, if you have Windows 11, then go to Windows 11 settings. If you have Windows 11 N edition, then go to settings, apps, optional features, and then click on view features, and then type in media feature pack, install it, restart your computer, and then launch the game. Next step is to install DirectX. So for this, copy this link. The link is provided in the video description. Open this link in a browser. It will take you to Microsoft website. Click on download and then run this exe file. And then click on yes to allow. And then click on accept, next. Uncheck this install the Bing bar. We don't want it. So click on next. And let the installation complete. And once this is done, restart your computer and then launch the game. So click on finish. Now restart your computer and then launch the game. Next step is to install Visual C++ file. This is important. So copy this link. The link is provided in the video description. Open this link in a browser. It will take you to Microsoft website. Scroll down here. You can see Visual Studio 2015, 17, 19, and 22. Download x86 and download x64. And then run both the exe file. So run x64. Then if you see repair option, click on repair. If you see the install option, click on install. Click on yes to allow. Run the second file as well. Again, if you see the repair option, click on repair. If you see the install option, click on install. Click on yes to allow and let the installation complete. Make sure both the installation are complete, and then restart is a must after this. You will see a restart option like this. So make sure both the installation are complete, only then restart your computer. So once this is done, now click on restart, and after the system restart, launch the game. Now the next step is to disconnect additional controller connected to the computer. So if you have any external controller, disconnect it. Also try launching the game on single monitor. Disconnect all additional USB adapter or USB devices which you are not using, disconnect it. Also close all the overclocking applications. So do not overclock. If you have MSI Afterburner or rivatuner or any kind of overclocking application, close it and then launch the game. Also, if you have this software running, you can close this software or application in Task Manager. Make sure only the Steam and the game is running, or only the EA app or the game is running, or only the Epic Games Launcher and the game is running. Rest close everything, including all your browsers. Also, if you have undervolted your computer, remove the undervolt and then launch the game. Also perform clean boot. For this, type in system configuration in Windows search box and then click on system configuration. Now go to the services tab and then put a check on the box which says hide all Microsoft services, and then click on disable all. Make sure that you put a check on hide all Microsoft services first, and then click on disable all, then click on apply, click on OK. You will see a restart option, restart your computer and then launch the game. Next step is to launch the game in window mode. So if you are able to launch the game, you can switch to window mode, lower down graphics settings. So if everything is set to ultra, you can set it to high, medium, or even low quality, and then check. Now the next step is to increase the virtual memory. This is important.
So you can type in view advanced system settings in Windows search box and click on it, and then go click on the first settings and then go to advanced tab and then click on change over here. Now select the drive where the game is installed. Uncheck the box which says automatically manage paging file for all the drives. So you have to uncheck this box and then select the drive where the game is installed, and then the initial size is 1.5 multiplied total RAM. So for example, this is just an example. So for example, if the RAM is 16 gigabyte, so if you have 16 gigabyte RAM, so first of all we have to convert this into megabytes. So multiplied 1024. So 16 GB in megabyte is 16,384. This is the total RAM. If you have 16 gigabyte, if you have 32, you can calculate accordingly. This is just an example. So 1.5 into total RAM. So that is, in calculator, 16 gigabyte is 16,384 megabyte into 1.5. So initial size 24576. The maximum size is 3 into total RAM. So total RAM is 16384 in megabyte multiplied 3. That is 49152. And then click on set, and then click on OK, and then click on OK, apply, OK, OK. Now after this, make sure that you restart your computer. Now after the system restart, try launching the game. Now still you are receiving the error message. In that case,
now the next step is to update your system BIOS. So go to your system manufacturer website. So if you have a Dell computer, go to Dell website. If you have Lenovo computer, go to Lenovo website. If you have HP computer, go to HP website, and then find the latest BIOS update available. Now this is just an example. So you can go to Dell, Lenovo, HP, whichever brand you have, and then select your model number. Make sure that you select your computer over here. This is just an example. So go to your system manufacturer website, select your model number, and then you can go to drivers option, and then you can over here you will see you can select the drivers over here, find drivers, and then select the BIOS over here. So this is just an example I'm showing for Dell. You can go for Lenovo, ASUS, HP computer, whichever computer you have. So find your latest BIOS update available over here, and then update your system BIOS. Now before you update the system BIOS, in case of laptop, make sure the battery on your computer is more than 10% and the AC adapter is connected to the computer. And during the BIOS update, your system will restart. Do not unplug the power cable when you are updating the system BIOS. So make sure the power cable is always connected, and after the BIOS update, you can restart your computer and then launch the game. Now also here you can see on your website there might be automatic options. So if you see this, let the device, the Dell, automatically find your drivers update for you. Click on check updates. It will find if there is any update on your computer which is pending. Let the update complete and then restart your computer. It will install all the updates, and then you can in Dell we have to run the support assist launcher, and then it will go for auto update. So go for auto update from your system manufacturer website. And then the last step, now this is the next step, uninstall the game. If nothing works, you can uninstall the game, make a right click, then click on manage, then click on uninstall, or you can uninstall the game even on EA app. You can click on manage, you will see uninstall option. After the uninstall, delete the game folder from the game installation folder, then restart your computer. Restart is a must after you delete the game folder, and then reinstall the game to different drives. So if you have SSD, you can try to install the game on SSD. If C drive is SSD, that is good. So you can try to install, if it is installed in D drive, you can try to install in C drive. If it is already installed in C drive, you can select D drive. So reinstall the game to different drive and then check. Now the next step is to reset your computer. Now if nothing works, you can do this, and this has worked for many players. So reset your computer, but before you reset your computer, back up your data, as this will result in loss of data and application on your computer. So create a backup and then go for reset. For reset, you can go to Windows settings and then go to over here, go to update and security if you have Windows 10, and in Windows 11 it's Windows update, and then you can go to recovery and then click on get started, and then here are two options, keep my files or remove everything. Keep my files will remove application and settings, but it will keep your personal files. Remove everything will remove all your personal files, apps and settings. So select the option which you want. I'm selecting keep my files, and then you can go for local reinstall, then click on next, and after the reset you have to set up your computer. After the setup you have to reinstall the game, and after the reinstall you can launch the game. So one of the steps shown in this video should help you to get the game running on your Windows computer. So that'll be all. Thank you so much for your time, and please like this video and subscribe to my channel.